Julianna Forlano here for the Political Voices Network. I see a lot of times when things that are happening on the left are actually just paving the way for the agenda of the right and the very, very far right, all the way so far to the right that they are in Russia. That's right. Remember, just recently, Vladimir Putin put sanctions on more than 500 Americans who publicly criticize ex-President Donald Trump. Obviously, he is signaling his support for Donald Trump. I'm not going to re-litigate the Russiagate controversy here, but it's pretty obvious that Putin would like Trump to be part of his the leadership circle. I won't get into why. The other pundits are covering that. Could be about Ukraine, could be about world domination. We'll just let them discuss that. But among the 500 sanctioned people are the late night hosts here in the United States, Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel, all vocal critics of Donald Trump. And because as comedians, how could they not be? All of these hosts reach a certain demographic right in the center of the main age group and demographic of people who vote in our country. And of course, all using their late night comedy to keep sane instead of having to rely on Xanax and other pharmaceuticals. Anyway, those late night hosts are off the air right now because of the writer's strike. Now, I really hate it when things I support, like organized labor and fights for justice, serve the purpose of the right. In this case, it would be silencing critics of Donald Trump. The writers who are on strike are rightfully advocating for fair pay. They are seeing the profits from the work that they do go more and more to the corporate CEOs and less back to them, who basically created the content that everybody is making money off in the first place. I want these writers to have fair pay. I want to see all workers not be bilked by the corporate masters under which they are currently functioning. But I don't want the outcome of that fight to be exactly what Vladimir Putin would want, a silencing of Trump's critics. So what do? And this is a difficult question. I look forward to hearing your comments about the question. You don't have to, comment about the entire segment and how I didn't fulfill all of your dreams of research that you're asking me for. Okay, as you can see, I do read all the comments. And as you can see, one guy really ticked me off. And this Putin sanctioning Trump's critics, if this does not prove that Trump is Putin's guy, I don't know what would. And why are people not more upset about this? Why are the Republicans not more upset about this? I mean, is anything ever going to touch Teflon Don? Yes, that was the name for an actual, I think, boss in the mafia. John Gotti, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. My staff of commenters / fact checkers, who I appreciate so much, sort of. Well, now Donald Trump is the Teflon Don. Sexual assault, nothing sticks. Stealing secrets and putting them in his home golf club, nothing sticks. Trying to subvert the democracy upon which you depend for life, nothing sticks. This is crazy making, baby. I mean, at one point, Republicans in history did not want a Roman Catholic president, did not want John F. Kennedy. They said they don't want somebody who might be beholden to some outside foreign influence, meaning at that time, the Pope. But I guess they're cool with Trump being Putin's guy. Your comments I look forward to. I'm Julianna Forlano. Thanks for watching.
Republicans say they won't cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. But can honest, hard-working middle-class Americans really believe what these politicians say? Republicans said they wouldn't overturn Roe v. Wade. Here's what Supreme Court Justices Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Coney Barrett said during their Senate confirmation hearings.
Roe v. Wade, it is a precedent of the United States Supreme Court. A good judge will consider it as precedent of the United States Supreme Court.
Roe v. Wade, it's settled as a precedent of the Supreme Court.
Roe is not a super precedent, but that doesn't mean that Roe should be overruled.
Well, we saw how that turned out. They played us for fools. Tell your elected officials to keep their hands off of our Social Security and healthcare benefits. Fool me once. Let Majority Rule was responsible for this message. LetMajorityRule.org is a project of the Marvin Lucas Super PAC, which is responsible for and paid for this ad and is not affiliated with or authorized by any political campaign or candidate or candidates committee.